Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin is forming a brand new triangle and the breakout will happen very soon. Get ready now because most will probably miss it. Let me show you. You're first of all going to see the low that was put in only a couple of days ago at 106.2 thousand US dollars. It was really not a random level. First you can notice we grabbed the liquidity exactly below the recent low, and not only that, we bounced almost exactly at the most important Fibonacci ratio. From our swing low back towards the swing high, golden pocket was hit beautifully, we grabbed the liquidity below the recent low, and also right now, going with the high term time frame areas of support. Weekly level, not hit to the exact dollar accuracy, but nevertheless, weekly was right here, and also the daily almost exactly at the golden Fibonacci ratio. This is right now why Bitcoin is getting a very small bounce back towards the upside. And because we hit such a nice level, personally, I did fire some brand new long positions. I am right now in a brand new long trade on Bitcoin right here, in a brand new long position on Ethereum, and also in a brand new long position on XRP. However, I want to point out, with all of my long trades right here, if you're going to follow me, it is still quite risky to fire them. Why so? Because on all of the major time frames, Bitcoin as right now is still moving in a significant downtrend. However, if you are setting a stop loss, if you do have proper position size, at least as of right now, because we got a push towards the upside, in my opinion, it is still much better for us to look for a brand new long or a buying position versus to go with a short trade. And also right now, yesterday, another very famous YouTuber posted a very interesting chart where he was talking about Bitcoin's correlation with his stock to flow model. You probably know about Plan B, and I do know a lot of people do not trust him, but I would actually say he does have some very interesting points. In the video, he was saying that yes, he's still right now expecting much higher price targets for Bitcoin of approximately 200,000 US dollars. And he also pointed out, usually a bull market is ending once we are hitting the overbought area on the RSI. Those red dots we are usually seeing right here are actually marking the top for Bitcoin once everyone is bullish. And right now, pay attention to what we are getting right here. Clearly, we are not in the red area on the RSI. Clearly, of course, we did not get any euphoria exactly once Bitcoin was forming another all-time high right here. And this is right now why, if we pay attention to this specific model, I would definitely agree with him. At the moment, people are actually not bullish but bearish. They are talking about that the bear market is right now starting. I am not saying we cannot enter the bear market. Of course, right now, potentially the top is in, and we are going to experience a massive collapse towards downside. However, if potentially in the next couple of days we are going to be able to get some kind of a sign of strength, changing the market structure, changing the trend, looking at the exponential moving averages, potentially Plan B is going to be correct, we are going to continue higher, and of course only after everyone is going to get bullish, only after the RSI is going to go in the red area, Bitcoin then is going to top out. And this is right now also why this specific ascending triangle that we are right now paying attention to could potentially play out very nicely. Remember again, people right now are bearish exactly at the areas of support. Yes, of course, we are in a downtrend. So again, looking for long trades, it is still going to be very risky. However, I much rather fire a long position at the area of support, and potentially, of course, also if we continue lower, I get stopped out. However, of course, the upside potential right now, if this is right now going to play out, is much higher than our risk with our brand new long trades. And this is right now why I would really appreciate for you to smash up the like button right now, because 1000 likes are really possible. And also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Let me right now share with you exactly what are going to be the exact price targets with our triangle right here, and also is the volume looking valid with our triangle. So what we are right now going to do, let's go with the volume indicator and let's see if the volume is going lower and lower and lower the entire time we are in our triangle. And you would be the judge, but it really does look like the volume for the past couple of days is actually descending, not only on Bybit. Look right now also on the Coinbase chart, the exact same story. volume is going lower and lower and lower. So it really does look like, in terms of the volume, and looking right now at the Bitcoin chart, this specific triangle can actually be a valid one. Additionally, what is going to be the exact price target if the ascending triangle is actually going to see a breakout towards the upside? Remember, if right now we talk about an ascending triangle, it does actually have a higher probability of breaking towards the upside. Higher lows are being formed while the highs are being exactly the same. So talking about only at the triangle, it is actually going to be a bullish Bitcoin indication. So what is going to be the price target? We need to right now go exactly from the low right here, measuring the entire opening of our triangle, putting the trend line on the potential breakout that might occur in the next couple of days. And the price target is actually going to be another all-time high, talking about 130,000 US dollars. So let's try to see if we are going to be able to get some kind of a sign of strength, if Bitcoin is actually going to start moving towards the upside in the next couple of days. Additionally, pay right now attention to the brand new monthly candle open. Yes, unfortunately, our previous monthly candle close was actually a bearish pin bar. This specific monthly candle for the month of October is going to be a bearish pin bar. We got a very big wick towards the upside, smaller candle wick towards downside with a smaller candle body. This right here is going to be a bearish Bitcoin indication because it is going to be a bearish candlestick pattern. And this is right now also why we confirmed a brand new monthly high-term time frame area of resistance. And also right now going on the weekly time frame, probably in the next 14 hours, we are also going to get a brand new weekly high-term time frame area of resistance. So what you're right now going to see, Bitcoin is right now actually forming a significant area of resistance exactly at 114 and 114.5 thousand US dollars. And this specific area, in my opinion, right now is clearly going to be one of the biggest levels we should definitely pay attention to. Why so? Because we can right now actually measure the entire volume of our triangle, and you're going to notice the value area high is going to come in exactly at our monthly, exactly at our weekly level. So clearly, this specific area is going to be a significant level for Bitcoin, and of course, if we are able to get a reclaim towards the upside, bullish Bitcoin indication, and definitely we can talk about a breakout out of our ascending triangle straight towards the upside. But of course, the first local level I would still like to point out is going to be another, of course, golden Fibonacci ratio. When we go from our swing high back towards the swing low, you're going to see golden Fibonacci ratio is coming in slightly lower than our value area high. Additionally, we can talk about our anchored VWAP right here, and we are going to anchor it exactly at the all-time high right here. And yes, it is coming in almost exactly at our golden Fibonacci ratio. So right now what we can say, Bitcoin, yes, we are in a downtrend. However, we are forming some kind of an ascending triangle that has a higher probability of breaking towards the upside. But for us to right now get super bullish on Bitcoin, we should really reclaim a major area of resistance. First of all, golden pocket and the anchored VWAP, and then also the value area high weekly and monthly. If we are going to be able to do so, happy days for Bitcoin. We can definitely look for much higher targets to happen in the next couple of days. And this is right now why, again, I am already positioned in long trades just in case Bitcoin is going to be able to get a sound strength and actually continue higher. And of course, if you want to trade with us, make sure you take an advantage of the free 30,000 US dollar bonus with the first link down below, because only after you're going to register, you're going to get 20 USDT completely for free. Bybit Exchange is right to giving to you some very nice bonuses, because yes, only after you're going to register, you're going to get 20 USDT. Then make sure you deposit, because you're going to get another 20 USDT, and also open up your first trade, because you're going to get even bigger bonuses. So take advantage of the free rewards using the first link down below, because again, only after you register, you get already 20 USDT, and then make sure you deposit because you're going to get even bigger bonuses. But right now also, let's talk about the Achler stochastic CG oscillator. Many people are really not even aware of, because yes, as right now, you're actually going to see something very, very interesting happening on the daily and also on the weekly time frame. On the daily time frame, the Achler stochastic is being in the oversold area. Now, the last time we were in the oversold, yes, Bitcoin clearly got another push towards the upside, but nevertheless, usually once we are in the oversold area, it is going to be some kind of a bullish Bitcoin indication. Additionally, on the weekly time frame, we started curving towards the upside. And tomorrow, because of course we can be expecting a brand new weekly candle, we are probably going to get another push towards the upside on this specific indicator. But usually, once we are hitting the oversold area, ideally then we are looking for another push towards the upside, ideally of course also towards another all-time high. So I would say the Achler stochastic in our scenario right now is not being bearish, but actually it is going to be some kind of bullish. Additionally, we definitely need to talk about the RSI and the money flow indicator. Now, first of all, on the 2-hour time frame, both of those indicators are being more bearish. Higher highs on the RSI, higher highs on the money flow, while Bitcoin is getting a brand new lower high. This right here is going to be a hidden bearish divergence, which of course it is right now suggesting that the trend is going to continue literally straight towards upside. What we are seeing right now on the RSI and money flow is definitely not a bullish Bitcoin indication. However, let me also right now share with you another very interesting thing happening on the moving average convergence divergence indicator, or the MACD, on the 3-day time frame. You're maybe even going to be surprised, but yes, lower low is being formed on Bitcoin, while the MACD is right now getting a brand new higher low. This right here is actually going to be a completely opposite indication of what we are right now getting on the money flow and the RSI on the 2-hourly. This right here is going to be a regular bullish divergence, which of course it is going to be a bullish Bitcoin indication. Yes, unfortunately, as of right now, we are still in a significant downtrend. It does not matter with what exponential moving averages you're going to go on what specific time frame. On the 1 hourly, 50 EMA is below 200 EMA, suggesting an average downtrend. On the 2-hourly and also on the 4-hourly, we are clearly moving in a downtrend. So do not get me wrong, I'm right now not really saying to you Bitcoin needs to get a push toward the upside. However, in terms of the risk to reward, I much rather right now fire a brand new long position on Bitcoin, on Ethereum and XRP. I potentially of course can get stopped out if we are going to get another push down. But nevertheless, I much rather lose right now some money in a case Bitcoin does continue lower than potentially miss a very nice long or a buy position from the area where Bitcoin is trading as of right now. However, if the trend right now does continue lower, what are going to be our lower targets? Of course, as we already have been saying for the past couple of days, if Bitcoin does continue lower, our triangle is not going to play out or is going to get a breakout literally straight towards the upside. Only in this scenario, I would be paying attention towards our lower targets, which are going to be our weekly level at $101,000 area, exactly below our recent low. So again, I am not saying to you Bitcoin must continue higher. Of course, right now with my long trades, yes, I am betting that Bitcoin does continue higher, but nevertheless, we still need to break some major areas of resistances. Our monthly level, our weekly level, our daily level right here, and also, as we have been saying before, our major, very important, golden Fibonacci ratio. However, if we are able to get a breakout towards the upside, most people are right now not prepared for another all-time high. And this is right now also one of the reasons why, yes, right now, I am already entering brand new long trades with proper risk management, simply setting a stop loss literally exactly below our recent low. If we start going lower below our recent low, of course, the probability of us going towards the weekly level is definitely going to increase, and only in this scenario, we are going to look for lower targets. But at least as right now, the shape of the price action right here is looking like an ascending triangle, which definitely does have a higher probability of breaking towards the upside. And this is right now why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free $30,000 bonus with the first link down below, because only after you register, you're going to get 20 USDT, but then also make sure you deposit because you're going to get another 20 USDT, and then also open up your first trade because you're going to get even bigger bonuses using the first link down below. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.